Hi and welcome to another RC Pilot Pete Watson video. Today is maiden flight of the Jayhawk from Fly Wing, the GPS drone heli. We're down at the field, but before we do the maiden flight there's one task that we must do, and this is to ensure that the compass is calibrated. This is done at the factory, so we shouldn't need to calibrate the heli, the compass in the heli. So this check is purely to ensure that it is locked in on the compass, and we can do this at the field without the laptop if it needs to be recalibrated. So we'll run through the sequence of events now. If you've not watched the unboxing video, this is where we've left off. I've done nothing else to this, I've just taken it out of the box. This will be the first time arming this, so it will be, let me say, may take a little time to get the GPS etc. link, but we'll see how we go with that. So here we go. Blades off, we switch the transmitter on, pressing both buttons, making sure all the switches are up. Remove the canopy. And then we need to arm the heli. So this is simply just to plug this in, and now we will have to wait for the calibration of the servos etc. So it'll go there through the movement. We have a red light, red orangey light on the top. So the next step now is to go through and put the GPS on. We have a green and orange flashing light which is on the top of the flight controller, and also the red and green navigation lights are flashing. This is to indicate it's searching for a GPS. This may take some time, I don't know how quick it will be, may take some time, may not, don't know, we'll see how quick it is. As I say, it's the first time this heli has been armed in the UK, so it will have been armed in China to do the tests, but it's the first time in the UK it's been armed. Okay, we'll come back to this. I'll stop the video so you're not just watching me with this, and once it's armed and found the enough GPS's, we will okay, good, it's shown it there, so that's it. I'll be able to tell you the time from the time on the video, but I would estimate a minute to a minute and a half. So what we have now is a full green light on the top, and what we have to do, or what you'd have to do with it being for the first time, is take the heli, hold it as horizontal as you can, and do a full 360-degree turn. And as we saw there, as I was watching the light on the flight controller, as I turned, everything was solid green. If this isn't solid green, then we would have to calibrate the compass on it. The way that you do that away from home, and that is, you would go back to home on the switch, down to ATT, immediately home, and do this cycle 3 times, and then your flight controller will flash accordingly, and then that's when you can calibrate it. And you would have to go then and hold the helicopter, do 2 turns one direction, 2 turns the other direction. You can find this video on Fly Wing website. So now we know that the compass is fine, and we know that everything is working with the GPS. I'll have to now disarm the helicopter to do the main flying, maiden flight, sorry, to do the maiden flight, because now as it stands this is set here at the moment, and for the GPS and home return, and I don't want that, I want it out in the field. So my next task, disarm, take it out and rearm. Okay, sorry, before we take this out onto the field, there's just one item I'd like to show, is how the heli blades are installed, because this is really cool. What you must do is take the blade with the trailing edge upwards, push it into the blade holder. You'll feel resistance from a spring, and then just twist clockwise. Give the blade a tug to make sure it's in, and that's the retention mechanism of the blades. So trailing edge up, push it into the housing and twist, release and pull together. Very quick. These are not going to come out, trust me. The tension to push them in against the spring is very high, so everything will be held in place by those springs around a nut that goes through, and on the, you can see the slide notch there where it slides and locks. Okay, so let's rearm and put it out in the field. Okay, so blades on. We'll take the heli down to the helipad. The wind is coming from the farm and the wind turbine today. So we'll put the heli here. Hopefully it'll not roll on the wheels. Right, okay, so rearm the transmitter. So that is a double press on the buttons, both on and off buttons together. All the switches are up, and we'll plug in the battery and arm this. First of all, you must let it go through its arming sequence. So there you are, the servos are moving, everything's calibrating, and we're in a fixed position now where we can put the canopy on. I like the new system for the canopy. I described this in the unboxing video, which you'll find a link on this video to see. But the system is very good for locking it on, a lot better than the previous Fly Wing I've had. I'll have to take the canopy back off, I forgot to put this GPS. Okay, it's found now immediately, so that's good. Canopy's on, give it a double check, and we'll walk away to the flight zone.